Now we have the ABC News exclusive with the Cosby Show star Geoffrey Owens. A photo of him working at a supermarket in New Jersey going viral online. Some appearing to job shame the actor. So many, though, coming to his defense. We're going to hear from him live in just a moment. But first, ABC's Lindsay Davis has his story. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Robin. Many in Hollywood are explaining, look, this is a common practice to have multiple side jobs to support yourself as a working actor. For 15 months, Geoffrey Owens did just that, working at Trader Joe's. He says some shoppers recognized him from The Cosby Show, but it was never an issue until now.
Dr. Huxtable, can I come in?
You have to?
He played the ever-optimistic Elvin, Cliff and Claire Huxtable's dutiful son-in-law on The Cosby Show.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Huxtable. I didn't think you did that kind of thing.
What kind of thing?
Getting big laughs for putting his foot in his mouth.
Serve whom?
Serve him.
Infamous for wearing his emotions on his sleeve. But this morning, 26 years after The Cosby Show went off the air, Geoffrey Owens is going viral. All because a woman shopping at Trader Joe's snapped photos of him working at a New Jersey grocery store. Outlets pounced, posting the pictures accompanied by headlines like Cosby Show actor Geoffrey Owens spotted bagging groceries at New Jersey Trader Joe's. Many on social media are seeing it as a form of job shaming and coming to Owens' defense. Athlete turned actor Terry Crews writing, "I swept floors after the NFL. If need be, I'd do it again. Good, honest work is nothing to be ashamed of." Patricia Heaton, who hit it big on Everybody Loves Raymond, tweeting, "Why is this news? When I worked on 30-something, I was also summarizing depositions to pay my rent." Owens has been steadily working on screen and off, recently appearing in shows like The Affair, Divorce, and Elementary.
Vernon Fisk. I'm Ryan and Sophie's attorney.
He's also worked as a teacher at Yale. He says he started working at Trader Joe's out of necessity and that the store gave him the flexibility to go on auditions and take acting jobs while still working there.
Owens says since The Cosby Show, with the exception of one theater job, he hasn't had a job that lasted more than 10 weeks in 26 years. As for Trader Joe's, he quit because of all this unwanted attention, but the store has said that he has the option to come back anytime. And Robin, I hope that some casting directors are paying attention.
I think that they will be. Lindsay, thank you. And joining us now for this exclusive interview with Geoffrey Owens. Thank you so much for allowing us this opportunity.
You're so welcome. Thanks for having me.
I see that you have your badge on.
Of course.
Proud, and
yes.
you should be. You know, so many people speaking out on your behalf, people you don't know and fellow Amazing. Actors. What's the feeling like?
It's, you know what, it's really overwhelming. It's in a good way. But I mean, it's, I kind of feel like that character in that Woody Allen movie that wakes up one morning and he's a celebrity all of a sudden and has no idea where it came from. It came out of nowhere. I really want to thank everybody out there, family, friends, Hollywood community, and the general public for the incredible support, the amazing support and positivity that they've shown for me. It really is, it's quite astounding. It's very encouraging.
Really turned the story around because
Absolutely.
Did you also feel that those initial reports were trying to job shame you?
I did. You know, when I first saw the pictures and everything, by the way, they photoshopped those pictures, by the way. You know they photoshopped
Oh,
those
yeah, of
pictures.
course.
You know I don't look that bad.
No.
But I was actually preparing for my role in, as fall staff in a production of Henry IV Part 1 set in a grocery store. But I mean, I was really devastated. Yeah. But it lasted. It was the period of devastation was so short because so shortly after that, the responses. My wife and I started to read these responses from like literally all over the world of support, and so fortunately the shame part didn't last very long. It hurt, but then. It's amazing. So.
Well, you know why, Geoffrey? Because people, you know, just like us, you got to make ends meet. You got to do whatever you need to do for your family. Is that what you were doing?
Exactly. I mean, I got to a point where, you know, I've been teaching acting, directing for 30+ years, but you know, got to a point where, you know, it just didn't add up enough, you know, and you got to do what you got to do. I wanted a job that I could have some flexibility, try to stay in the business. I didn't advertise that I was, you know, at Trader Joe's, only, but not that I was ashamed of it, but because I didn't want the entertainment community to kind of decide, well, he's doing that, he's not in, you know, he's not pursuing acting anymore. You know what? I felt like I had to be careful about that. So,
how long did you work there? Did people recognize you when you were working there?
I worked there for 15 months before this happened, a couple weeks before this all broke, and people recognized me every day, and they were very, very cool about it. Sometimes like too cool, like they'd be like, "Oh, you work here?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "Oh, cool." It was no big deal. It's like, "Really? It's no big deal at all." It's like,
well, have you been getting any calls now? Acting jobs?
You know what? I mean, not really. I mean, there've been like some hints, interest and stuff. And you know what? Honestly, I mean, I know this might sound weird, and I wouldn't feel comfortable getting acting jobs from this event. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind getting auditions.
Right.
I don't mind if people call me in to try out for things due to what's happened. But I actually wouldn't feel comfortable someone giving me a job because this happened. I want to get a job because I'm the right person for that job.
Merit. On
yes,
merit,
exactly.
Right.
So, but there's all kinds of interest now because of this. So that's nice. You know, I mean, I feel like I'm more of a celebrity now than I've ever been. I'm more of a celebrity now than when I actually was a celebrity. That makes sense.
Oh my goodness.
And I do want to say this. You know, this business of my being the Cosby guy who got shamed for working at Trader Joe's, that's going to pass. You know, that's going to, you know, in some measure of time, that's going to pass away. But I hope what doesn't pass is this idea that people are now thinking, this rethinking about what it means to work. You know, the honor of the working person and the dignity of work. And I hope that this period that we're in now, where we have a heightened sensitivity about that and a reevaluation of what it means to work, and that a reevaluation of the idea that some jobs are better than others, because that's actually not true. There is no job that's better than another job. It might pay better, it might have better benefits, it might look better on a resume and on paper, but actually it's not better. Every job is worthwhile and valuable, and if we have a kind of a rethinking about that because of what's happened to me, that would be great. But no one should feel sorry for me, either from a positive or a negative perspective. I've had a great life. I've had a great career. And I've had a career that most actors would really, would die for. So no one has to feel sorry for me. I'm doing fine.
Geoffrey Owens, ladies and gentlemen. Geoffrey Owens.
That's true.
Well said. Well said. Thank you. Keep in touch. Let us know what happened.
Absolutely.
All right, George.
What a great lesson you have taught us, Geoffrey. I hope a lot of good things come your way.